Hello, dear student. So, today we'll discuss the next part of this memory management, swapping. Swapping is very important part. Uh, a process needs to be in memory to be executed. A process, however, can can be swapped temporarily out of memory to a backing store and then brought back into main memory for continued its execution. So look at this diagram. This process P1 is swapped out and process P2 swapped in. So similarly, assume a multi-programming environment with a round-robin scheduling algorithm. When a time quantum is expires, the memory manager will store to swap out the process that just finished and swap in another process in the memory space that has to be freed, right? And swapping policy is used in priority based scheduling also. If a higher priority process arrives and want service, the memory manager can swap out the lower priority process so that it can load and execute the higher priority process. When the higher priority process finishes, the lower priority process swap back into the previous memory location. Normally, a process that is swapped out will be back into the same memory location that it occupied previously. It is important term. Normally, a process that is swapped out will be swapped back into the same memory location where it occupied previously. This restriction is directed by the method of address binding, which I already previously discussed. If execution time binding is used, then a process can be swapped in a different location of memory because the physical address is computed during the execution time. Swapping required a backing store. Backing store means the hard drive or hard disk drive. The backing store is commonly a fast disk. It must be large enough to accommodate copies of all memory images for all users, and it must provide direct access of this memory images. The system generally maintain a ready queue for that purpose. Now I will discuss a simple example. Such type of problem is generally come in your exam. The context switching time in such swapping system is fairly high. As I told you earlier that context switching is a pure overhead or burden of any system. To get an idea of context switching time, let us assume that the user process is of size 1 MB and the backing store is a standard hard disk drive with transfer rate 5 MB per second. So actual transfer for that 1 MB process to or from main memory will take say 1000 KB by 5000 KB. 1000 KB divided by 5000 KB is 1 by 5, that is 200 milliseconds. So assume that the average latency time is 8 milliseconds. You can even ask that, so what is latency time? It is the time or latency time between the initiating a request for a byte or word in memory until it is restricted by a processor. So swapping time will take previously 200 milliseconds plus 8, that is 208 milliseconds. Since we must apply both swap in and swap out concept to accomplish our entire task, So the total swapping time will be 416 milliseconds. Okay, the total, it is actually double the factor of swap in and swap out, that is 416 milliseconds. So I think you have little bit clear what is swapping. Thank you.